Listen, Tabby, you fucking cocksucker.
Like YouTube is always public. Aver, you dumb fuck. Yeah, that's not who
no, that's not how that works, and it doesn't matter because if I decide something's private and then you just download it on your computer like a stalker psycho,
do they just download everyone's stuff that ever goes on the show just in case, like? Something happens. They'll be like, well, just in case.
There's a lot of this. There's a lot of this that I can't talk about because it's based on a tort lawsuit that I had to do with the state of Oregon because they're the reason they got all this information. Which, by the way, I won and it created protections for transgender people. And yeah, but Frog and two other people. There's the second I realized that somebody had found a document. I didn't know that document existed. It was not supposed to exist because it was supposed to be a redacted document. That's how all of this happened. So when you sit here and judge me about the public thing, you have to understand that it was inconceivable to me that anybody would find that because there was no documentation.
Takedown. Thank you for being a member for a month. Aver, was Shuli stopped sending the link? Was he so bad?
This is another area of absolute manipulation and just like this is like why I fucking hate him is I stopped going on his show and there's a 4-month period after that where I went on your show, but with both of you. You remember? Okay, explain this to your audience. Do you remember the first time I came on your show? At that point, like y'all know,
got out of rehab, right?
No, this was last year.
Oh, and, I probably don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
it was just a big fight. Honestly, I remember. Yeah.
Anyone that wants to actually understand this, so after that, like now that everyone knows that he had asked me to do that and that made me uncomfortable, I didn't, or that they stopped inviting me, and I was like, are they not inviting me because I didn't go fuck with John's kid? I just left that and then just moved on and started going on to other shows and had a good time in it. But for those months, any show I would go on, everyone would just start attacking me for being Shuli's friend, including you guys. And so it's not that I got mad at Shuli because I didn't get to go on their show. Ask Rob and Neil. Like, I came on your show and then y'all fucking grilled me about Shuli and I defended him like for like 30 minutes with you, right, Neil?
Oh, I kind of do. I vaguely.
I think I left, honestly. I don't think I was there for it.
Yeah, I called you an anti-Semite and defended Shuli for like, and that was every show I went on. I would go on BYB. So that's not the timeline at all. Like, I was appreciative that they gave me a platform, and like for months I didn't. All I would do is defend them on every show I would go on. That's not how that went. I started getting upset with Shuli when all this shit started happening after, when I started going on John's show, and then they started doxing me and then lying about what happened and all that. That's why I hate him. And if there's a timeline of videos you all can see of me being on, like, again, on Rob's show.
Why did you keep...
Hold on. Before any more questions, real quick. I have to... My dogs are bugging me to go outside. I got to take the dogs out. I'm going to go off screen, go through this, and then get to Missy B's next super chat, because that one's up next. All right, Neil?
Why don't you come send her the link? It's like I don't want to sit here and respond to it for 10 minutes and then she just says, you didn't answer the question.
I'll get to it here.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. God damn it.
All right. So we have, as I remember, when John got so upset with you when you brought up the striking, do you feel that made you uncomfortable? Did that bring up traumatic responses for you? You appeared really diminished. I think I'm here by myself for the moment. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. By the way, this is probably not the greatest time to bring this up, but I'll be gone for the month of December. I'll be in Austria. I was granted... So yeah, I'll be in Austria for a month. I'll talk more about it when it's up on their website, but it's a pretty big deal for me. Here we go. Ava, remember when John got so upset with you when you brought up the striking? Do you feel that made you uncomfortable? Did that bring up traumatic responses for you? You appeared really diminished.
Well, What people don't understand is when people transition, HRT makes you lose your muscle mass, and it also like you literally have zero testosterone, and so you cry if someone yells at you, and that's what that was. You don't have to analyze it much deeper than that. I haven't had someone just yell at me like that very often, and so I cried. I don't think anyone's yelled at me at all, like since I came out. But that was one of them. Grindle was one of them.
I don't know. I've seen you in pretty intense like fights on all these podcasts.
Yeah, but I feel I'm close to him, and he was yelling at me in a certain way that he'd never talked to me like that before. So I cried.
Did he apologize after, or was that ever brought up like off air or anything?
Yes. But it was like a difficult process to get it. Like, it was like he just he did that thing. Again, this isn't uncommon for, a 60-year-old man. Like, that's going to be stubborn. But it's me, so I was a bitch about it on the phone with him privately after. I was like, no, you did this, and then he apologized. But he didn't call and just come in with a home run apology to answer your question.
All right,
it took some work.
Light 632, Ava. When you talk to Stuttering John next, tell him we need Duke back. Do you think he will come back, Ava?
I made a prediction to come back in 9 days, and I don't think it's at least not. It's gonna be way longer.
What about when he put up that people wanted the Duke of whatever it was, definitions, or the Duke of what is it? The
Duke of the Future.
The Duke of the Future. They wanted that back, and so he was going to do it, and then he ended up not doing it. Was he really going to do that, or?
Well, when he was posting that at that point, I wasn't talking to him anymore. But now, that was part of that window where he had left, but he was still concerned with the Dabbleverse. And all I know is that there's some in between that and when I reached out to him and then have since started speaking with him, like there's just a shift where he just will not even talk, like he will not engage about the Dabbleverse with me. So. Did
you already get to the others, the super chat?
Yeah, I did yeah. Okay. We did the Missy B one.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Did you do the Missy B one or the Sunflower Dragon one?
No, it was Missy B, I believe.
Yeah, because I took it off because I assumed you read it while I was gone, but I don't want to like gyp somebody from their super chat, I
think that was Sunflower Dragon because she asked the question about if I was like re-traumatizing or whatever. That's not Missy B style. Missy B style is just to be like, you're into psychology, so duh, whoa.
I'm pretty sure that one was
Missy B is much less sophisticated than Sunflower Dragon, is what I'm trying to say.
No, Missy B.
Look, it is what it is, Rob.
no good B at $2. John only pays one person. How about Shuley? I'll wait.
John paid me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow. You see, you are a friend. He never paid me.
If he paid you, Rob, would you still be there? Well, no, I guess there's nothing there now. But
Rob, where are you at like right now? Like, if you could just pick, would you rather be on good terms with him, or are you just kind of like, I don't want this man in my life anymore?
Well, the things he said, but I said some nasty things too. But I mean, like I didn't come back with intentions to, be at war with him. I figured, like I said, I never thought we were friends. Everything we talked about was Dabbleverse related. So I kind of got out of the Dabbleverse. Then I came back to do a show sober, and I had him on and went on his show, and I talked to you and Dan, but then I would just talk to anybody that wanted to hear about my sobriety because I thought it was a good thing. And I could tell things were just like getting tense between us till they finally exploded. But I mean, I just feel like where I'm supposed to be at right now. And I'm,
Yeah.
For me, anyway, with my sobriety, I feel like it'd be too challenging to try to keep up with John's friendship. Because for me, maybe you have a different experience. I felt like it was a lot of work and a lot of walking around on eggshells.
Yeah, I think it was like that for a lot of people with him.
Yeah.
But you were in the same time. It's just I was at work, and so I wasn't getting. If I was going to talk to him on the phone, it would just be on my lunch break. So I never had phone calls with him, except for like exceptions to the rule where he would be up late. But yeah, I just didn't have. I think what you probably did on the phone call. Right? Can I drive homeless? Because like I'm not even. It was what I was trying to say about the striking thing is that if you're a person that like creates original content and you know that no one is going to see something that you're making, in the sense that I had that YouTube channel, and if I ever like suddenly met a celebrity or something and thought that people would have had access to that, I would have taken that whole thing down and curated it. It was up because nobody was watching it, and I do think that we have to.
But it's still public on.
No. You interrupt. No, stop. You interrupted.
No,
you cut me off last time at the exact same point.
I'm just saying you can't like put something on a public platform that's made. That is the whole point of it is for people to watch videos and be like, I'd never want anyone to watch it.
No, because you have a very dense analysis of it where you're not accepting that.
It was public. It was a public video.
Let me finish my point. You can respond.
All right.
Is that you can't deny that the nature of what YouTube is now versus what it was in 2008 is a different mechanism. Like now there's monetization, there's all kinds of things that are different. To have had a YouTube channel that was public then is a different thing than it is now. And none of that even matters if you want to nitpick that, because if somebody makes a video private before you play clips of it or anything,
But Aver, real quick,
it doesn't matter if it's public for years. If it's private and it's the only source of that content and it's your original content with a standard YouTube license, people cannot play that after it's private. And in Julie's case, he literally, Frog just said that he knew it was private and was playing it. You can't do that. And that's the same reason he was able to strike Mincer Math.
Okay, so why is that indefensible, but you striking him and then John striking him is defensible, but then him striking Mincer Math? It's got to be one way or the other. If you either can or you can't strike for it.
Well, I think we're actually finally about to have this conversation as a.
Did they do comment? I want like just a definitive answer. Did they do commentary on your videos that they played?
They did commentary, but they also directed everyone to multiple backup channels they had that uploaded my full channel. So they uploaded my full channel on.
Where were they? They were on like other platforms?
On Rumble, and they said they were going to do it on YouTube. And when they said that, I contacted Rumble and said, and there's a way that you can contact Rumble and say, does this IP address uploading my channel? And it was them. So they were uploading my full channel multiple times on a Rumble, and they directed people in that clip to show that. If you're somebody that's a small creator that cannot sue them for that, then I would argue that a strike is reasonable in that situation. Nobody looks at that side of it in the Dabbleverse because everyone just wants to defend the small creators that want to harass people. I would argue that people should be able to, like, again, if you write a movie or a show and you decide that it's not public, you should be able to have that ability to do that, and so that they can't just present your ideas and be the people, in the sense that surely can't be the person to curate the first time all of you all see something for something that I made private because I want to work on it. And that's a complicated argument to make, but to me, those are the interesting areas of DMCA. That's why I struck him. It wasn't because I didn't think I was funny. Everything I made was funnier than anything he's ever done. and everything I've ever made is better than anything Shuli's done.
But
It's
when
that
you were on Shuli, you were always like praising him originally, saying like you were a big
I wasn't
fan
always
of his.
praising him. Originally.
I've seen clips of you praising Shuli.
Yeah, well,
when
you
first
said you
went on there.
defended him on my show. Like I said, I was fucked up. I probably don't.
Yeah.
I didn't praise him. I said you're being anti-Semitic because you were being anti-Semitic.
How was I being anti? Well, I was. I did say
You were again, and I'm like from a Muslim background, and I've never accused anyone of being racist towards me. But what you said was so anti-Semitic that I was like, dude, like you got a Jewish problem, man.
No, I don't have a problem. But no, listen. John loved when I wore these glasses and pretend to be Shuli, and now he's saying, now that he's mad, he's saying, "Oh, well, come to think of it,
retroactively now it's racist."
Yeah, well, now these glasses you may be onto something. They may be a little anti-Semitic now.
Yeah, well, he's hypocritical about that.
Yeah.
But if you thought Shuli was just awful and not, why did you do the show for so long?
Because, like, I came. Do you want to hear the answer to it?
Yeah.
All right. Like, no, like I never watched the Dabbleverse stuff, but all I did was just like, I was like in politics nerd. I would like watch, while I was working, nothing but politics. And then when Trump won, like in that second time, I like went to Europe and came back. And that was when Elon Musk was doing all that shit. And I was just like, I need to like, I can't just, my life cannot be just politics all day. And so I was like, oh, I'll watch this Dabbleverse stuff again. And then, so John had me on, and then they did an episode where they were defending me. And so I just went on and just winged it. And it was like, and then they just started having me on. I was like, okay, I'll go on his show. And so, yeah, it's like, he's from the Howard Stern show. And I was like, I'll go on his show. Yeah, it was like a cool thing to do because I previously had never streamed or talked to anyone on the internet at all. So it was a fun thing to do. I would just say that, yeah, I did that. And then as it went on, I probably was like, this is kind of hack, but I still went on this show because it was like a cool thing to do. Like, why wouldn't I do that? And again, when he stopped having me on, I didn't get mad at him. I was defending him with you guys and people. So, yeah, why wouldn't I go on Shuli's show if I'm like a massive Howard Stern fan and they want me on?
No, I get that. I just don't like, but now you're saying like he's like completely void of all talent. So it's just weird that you'd be like, yeah, well, it's cool to be on here.
If you watch the first time that I went on John's show, which is actually 2 years, I went on his show and then disappeared for a few years and then came back. I said on that show that Shuli's not funny at all, but I defended Anthony. Yeah, like anyone that's a Stern fan knows that Shuli was never funny on it. No one likes Shuli on the Stern show, but obviously if he wants to have me on his show, I'm going to be nice and go on it. You can judge me morally for it, but okay, whatever. It was honestly only when he started fucking with my life that I was like, fuck this guy. But I'm going to be polite with him. He was on the greatest show of all time.
Clay Dabbler did have a question. It's not really a question, but I just like what Ava's reply to that was, Clay Dabbler said he'll never do John's show again if he came back knowing that he paid you.
Clay Dabbler's a bitch.
Hey, I'm Team Clay. I like Clay.
I've been nothing but Team Clay, and he just acts like a bitch. And yeah, he's just trashed me forever, and I just keep saying Clay Dabbler's great, but like, whatever, dude.
Well, I got a question then.
Like he literally didn't go on his show because he stopped going on John's show because of a misunderstanding about that Friday thing. In that that day, as soon as I found out, I was like, I refused to go on John's show, and I wrote Clay saying, "I'm so sorry, go on. I'm not going to go on." And I also wrote him saying, if you ever I could just tell he didn't like me on that show. I was just like, if you ever just want to come on or just don't want me on, just feel free to write me and I'll just leave. You have carte blanche on this show because you have been very loyal to him and you're Clay Dabbler. That's been my position this whole time. But he still just held a tantrum and refused to go on John's show for months. So fuck him. Like, he could have wiped me off of that show. And he knows it because I wrote that to him. I was like, if he had such a problem with me, why don't you go on his show? but he's a little baby. He's more of a broad than I am, and he doesn't even have tits.
Well, I could see how that being an ultimatum, though, that would make John mad. It's like, well, I had to get rid of one of my friends to like satiate my other friends.
Okay, then leave and don't participate in John's chat and like engage in his show. If you're mad at him,
you said how funny Shuli was.
I said that once, but I was lying in that. I mean, listen. I'm just like who the fuck am I? If Shuli has me on his show, I'm be like, yeah, that was funny, but I was lying.
So
everyone
if
Shuli's funny is lying,
if you want to like keep dating,
including you, Rob, do you think Shuli's funny?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
but like he said, but he was not.
I'm probably the only one here that's always had the same opinion. I've never had a problem with.
Yeah, Shuli. I mean, listen.
I didn't ask you if you had a problem with Shuli. I said, do you think he's funny?
Shuli makes me laugh. I think he's funny, but yeah, when I was Sour Grapes, I went around saying Shuli was a nobody and a hack and shit like that.
I'm really not saying he's not funny, like over Sour Grapes. Again, I've never thought he was funny, but I did like lie to him and say that he was funny.
Fuck off, Aver. You have no family here or anywhere.